But yeah, man, what's going on? What's good? Yo, it's crazy. Like, I'm starting to see G80s, G82s everywhere now, like everywhere. Even one of my neighbors have this same car. It's freaking crazy. Yeah, so even one of my neighbors literally have the same car, same color, like lowered basically the same, exhaust, the whole nine. Shout out to you, I met him a couple times actually. I don't know why I do this to myself. I always got no gas. When I first started looking for this car, the M4 or the M3, doesn't matter, they were so hard to come by. I looked on like Auto Trader, that's kind of what I've been using sometimes. And they had so many different examples on there. They all said new, 0 miles, 16 miles, whatever the case may be. They'll have like a stock photo, so you know that it's not on the lot yet. And I'd call every single dealership and they tell me the same freaking story. Like, we have it coming in, however it's already spoken for, which kind of got me like super frustrated. It made me want the car more. So much so that I drove all the way to Virginia to check out what color was it? It was a dark blue. What's a dark blue G82? So I don't know, G82 M4. It's like the only one that I could find on the showroom floor. 88 grand sticker. The markup was about $10,000. At the time, I thought it was like atrocious because I'm just like, bro, it was an 88 sticker, but they wanted 98 for the car. And I'm just like, no one's gonna pay 10 over for this car, right? So I like left, and after it started settling, I'm like, yo, listen, let me go back and let me see if I could work them into maybe 5K over. $93,000 for a car with no carbon top, no bucket seats. It was just not how I wanted it at all. But for some reason, I was still gonna pull the trigger. Like, it made no sense to me, but whatever. Yeah, I came back and it was sold. That car got sold in like 6 freaking hours. Somebody paid 10K over for it. It was a BMW Alexandria around October-ish of 2021. So if you bought that car, like, yo, bro, and like that right there set the tone that I knew, like, yo, this is gonna get wild. Like, it's gonna get wild. So long story short, I went and built one online, went to a whole bunch of different dealerships. Whichever one gave me the less BS, I went with. BMW Towson, which is pretty close because it wasn't too far. Put my order in, spoke to the guy, gave him the money, and February I picked up my car about 5 to 6 months later for MSRP. Sticker price, that was 82 something. Actually, I think it was 500 off MSRP because when I looked at the thing the other day, the car was actually 83 something, and they took off 500 for, I think, like BMW loyalty. So there's that. Felt like I was driving like a supercar. You didn't see them a lot. Even the reactions you got on the roads, just random people in the street, like you just started to see the phones coming out. It's like, it was a hell of a car. And I think that the M3 and the M4s, they generally don't have much hype around them, believe it or not. I'm not talking about like BMW fanboys, but I'm just talking about generally. A lot of people don't really like obsess over them. I think the reason why this car was so popular and like accessible is because it was hard to get. You either had to pay over sticker like crazy. Some cars are going 120, 130, especially like the Kith models. Insane. Worth it? I highly doubt it. Like, I'd get a CSL over a Kith model, and it kind of was going for like around the same prices. Obviously the Kith model was out way before. That, I feel, drew up the hype of having this car. You just didn't see it a lot. And I like the fact that I can drive around and you don't see it a lot. The hype like that, I feel as though made that possible for people to get out of those cars and make money. And it also made it possible for a lot of scams to happen, like mileage blockers. I'm pretty sure a lot of these 300, 400 mile G80s and G82s have been driven a lot. They've been driven to shit, I can assure you. Listen, I know people that did it. Do I care? No, I don't care. It just happens all the time. The only thing that sucks is that someone does get a car thinking it's one thing and it's a total different thing. Like, that is the biggest on like the car world. If you ask me, I would never do it just because I'm just not like that. I'm the type of dude, if I put the miles on it, listen, I make YouTube videos. I make videos of me driving my car how I intend to drive it. So, it's kind of stupid for me to even tell anybody it's babied. I enjoy it. And the best thing about, I would say, my videos or anybody who films videos online is that you have a full, like you have a clear understanding of everything that happened to my car. I'm starting to see so many cars sitting on dealer lots, sitting on Auto Trader, just driving around in general. Like before, you can go like a week, not a week, I'm dragging it, probably like a couple days without seeing a G82 or G80 on the road. Now, every time I fire up my car to go drive it, I see at least 2. Like it's that saturated out here. These G80s and G82s are becoming common, and it's not bad in my opinion, because I feel like they were always supposed to be as common as they are now, you know, and the prices are starting to reflect that. Now, the good thing about the 2022 and the 2021 M3s and M4s is that they were cheaper, almost $4,000 cheaper base than the 23s. And, you know, I think that does help out with the value and depreciation, because if you have the 23 that's more money, the 22 won't tank as bad, if I'm making any sense, because it's already starting at a higher MSRP for 2023. I could be 100% wrong, but that's just the way I think. And right now, Kelly Blue Book prices, which you probably got to shave off a couple grand off of it, car's going for like 88, 87 with the mileage that I have on the car. So that means I probably get somewhere between what, like 82, maybe 83 if I trade this sucker in, which ain't bad at all considering I paid 82 and change for the car. Now you have to factor in insurance and interest, and I'll get into interest in a minute, because now the interest rates are higher. Talking higher, I mean probably like 2 or 3% higher than when I locked in, which was 2 to 3% higher from when I locked in the deal. These cars are getting cheaper, the price is coming down, but it's not so much so from the MSRP, it's from those high markups. I still don't think I'm in a bad spot to sell my car now. In all reality, I had dreams to get rid of this and jump into an X-Drive. However, if you look at things financially, I probably have a better place to put my money than to dump this and get an X-Drive. I will be borrowing the money, so it's at a higher interest rate. As like the revenue for YouTube, the hype of having this car is tending to go down for me, my channel specifically, just a little bit. That leads me to the update on the X-Drive one that I ordered. It's not looking like a thing. I'm not sure if I'm gonna pick it up. Like I said, I'm borrowing the money to get the car, so it's gonna be at a higher interest rate. It's just not in the plans for me, you know. I don't think I can afford it, and like, you know, going how my life is gonna go going forward. I wanna have some money to put together. My car, financially speaking, is the limit. Like, I'm at that limit of what I wanna spend for a car right now, you know. With making YouTube, without making YouTube, you know, it's just, this is the limit. I can't see myself spending 97 grand. I want to try to jump into a couple other things. I don't know, see how that stuff works for me. And if things pan out decently how I think, I might bring those ideas to the channel. Who knows how that might work, you know, maybe shift the channel a little bit. I think that'll be dope, but
I still think this car is worth it. Whether you pay 80, 90, 100 grand, and you spec it out how you want to, you know, you have a blast in this thing, and it's still a bargain when it comes to cars and its, I guess you'd say, performance bracket, or how this car drives.
Yo, to be honest, the car market was crazy for every single car. I mean, I was looking for a Civic SI before I picked up the 335. I was gonna lease one. I feel like it's a dope car. I'm still looking for one if somebody can get it for me. The MSRP, which is like 28 something, right? And I could not find a freaking Civic for MSRP. It's a $28,000 car. The reason that makes the Civic so dope with the SI is that you can get what you can get for 28 grand. You get what I'm saying? So no dealer wanted to budge below 40 grand for me for this this SI, and that's like the out the door price. So I think that those cars will come down, realistically speaking, very, very soon, and they will tank like you know, like Hyundais and, you know, cars that I don't think are necessarily worth it. You know, just like the regular everyday commuter car, which in my opinion, this is not too far from like everyday drivable, but you know, it's more on the performance side. It's an M, you know, it's not a Ferrari or anything like that, but
this car, I feel like, will be forever sought after, especially because I think the next version that BMW will be making will have some sort of electric assistance, kind of like the M340 has now, you know, to push this car. BMW, I mean, Benz already did it with the C63, which, I don't know. I gotta see that car in person to come up with a conclusion. Maybe I'll head up one of the dealers. But yeah, man, one thing that I've learned as well, if you like it, buy it. You know, these videos are helpful to let you guys know where the market is, what's hot right now, interest rates and all that stuff like that. But at the end of the day, if you feel as though, yo, listen, we got the money, just buy the damn car, man. You know, enjoy yourself. And I mean, hey, listen, don't live in it, but you get my point.
In all reality, I know a lot of people get on here and will try to tell you what to do with your money and things like that, but there's so many more worse decisions you can make. Imagine you get married and spend all your money on a woman and then she leaves you and she takes half of everything. You know, I mean, so many things can happen in life, you know.
Anything can happen, and I'm not telling you spend your last dime on the car or pay crazy amounts over for a car like this, but what I am saying is this is still a good car to have no matter what, no matter how popular it gets. I see it all the time. You know, it does get a little bit like, oh my God, another one, you know, but I still love the way the car looks. Nothing's gonna stop me from enjoying it and driving it. And the one day that I do sell it for whichever car I get next, I don't even know, I think that the new owner is going to enjoy seeing every single thing that I did to this car on a YouTube channel, especially if I sell it privately. I think that'll make it a little bit better. And we still have some ways to go. I still have some things we're going to change up and revamp the car to both protect and to, you know, make it look nice.
I'm really comfortable with this setup that I have now. It's cheaper. I may not be able to cut great 60 foots, but you know, at least I keep a smile on my face. I don't burn a hole in my pocket, especially with the gas. Gas is going back up, so you know, you got to consider everything. And you know, enjoyed my time with this car. I like it a lot more than I thought I would. And even though it's dying down and it's becoming this like car that you see all the time, it's still a good car. I like it, man. Just for those guys out there who are trying to snag one for a little bit cheaper, paying some MSRP a little bit lower for a used one, hey, now your time to sign. That money you've been saving up, looking for one, at least you know you don't have to pay higher interest rates on that. So this is if you're gonna buy it cash or whatever. But you know, so in the end of the day, I hope I translated this message to you guys properly. I don't even know what the message is. It's just that like an update, a $82,000 car that I can pretty much trade in and get my money back. Like it's not always gonna be like this. So I enjoy the days that it is. Mike from Slow Speed, peace out.